Brent, Peter Schrager, Nate Burleson, and Whiteboard's making an early appearance.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah. Let's go to his Twitter really quick because we had a little bit of a controversy at the end of the last
I admit I'm wrong.
I asked you who is better, Garth or Wayne, and here we have Wayne makes out with Madonna and Garth dates Heather Locklear.
Yes, he does. Garth Algar.
Peter mistakenly said that Garth makes out with Madonna, which is me saying, Peter, man, I remember when the Packers drafted Brett Favre. That was such a great, like, your head would explode about how wrong that is. I think Peter thinks the church lady made out with Madonna. Come on.
Chop and broccoli. Chop and broccoli.
What was the best Madonna makeout you were talking about?
I heard a classic one with Luke Perry that I can't necessarily confirm or deny, but I've lived it many times in my dream, and I'm Madonna.
And I am
I'm Luke Perry.
Hashtag GMFB.
Sorry.
Get your head out of the peach pit.
Dylan
Let's keep it going here. Time
Hello.
for the lead block.
Lead block.
Yeah. Yep,
God, it's so funny.
That's the one. 4 short weeks until the 2018 NFL playoffs kick off. And in the races, each conference are heating it up. Everything's kind of crazy right now. So week 14 features some serious games that'll help paint the final playoff picture. No more pencil, ink, baby. That's what we're looking for. But with that in mind, let's play a little the confidence game. I'm going to run through some marquee matchups for this week's schedule. And you give me the team, or I'm going to give you guys the favorite, the team that's most expected to win, right? And then you guys, using the right boards, write down a number, a symbol, what have you, with how confident you are that they will actually pull out a win.
So 1 to 10 is kind of what we're doing
1
here?
to 10, you're going to start. We're going to do whatever you want.
Whatever.
I mean, yeah, I think he's doing, who knows? He's got emojis, and he's going to give me 3 different numbers.
All right, I'm just going to write a number.
So let's start with the Eagles and the Cowboys in the NFC East. They're playing in Arlington. Obviously, an Eagles win then puts them in first place in the East via tiebreaker. How confident are you that they will not let that happen?
Oh, okay.
Confidence in the Cowboys.
Cowboys?
Yes. Confidence in the Cowboys.
You got it, Nate?
10 out of 10.
I'm coming in hot. I'm going with a 10 out of 10. You just talked about Amari Cooper, picking him up in fantasy. He's playing at a high level. You got Ezekiel Elliott, could be playing like the best running back in the game. And then you have Dak Prescott, who is catching his rhythm at the right time. Since the moment that Jerry Jones said he's our quarterback and he's going to get an extension, he has been increasing his level of play to a point where you can make an argument that over the last few weeks, Dak Prescott's been playing as good as anybody. Oh, and not to mention that defense that we don't talk about, linebackers might be the fastest, flying around, hitting guys. So if you want to pass the ball on them, they're getting interceptions. If you want to run the ball on them, they're hitting dudes. So I'm going with the Cowboys. I got them at a full 10.
Why even play the game? Why even play the game? It's over. Nate just
Because we have to.
I got 7. I think that the hot boys, they come in, they can play some defense. But I alluded to this yesterday on the show. I love what the 2018 Cowboys are doing. I love what they represent. There is some scar tissue. The Cowboys have had some epic December collapses. So before I go 10, I'll go 7. I think there's a chance that they drop the ball on this one.
Nate predicted the Cowboys are going to beat the Saints. He can put a 10 if he wants to. Nate's with house money right now.
Nate is
I'm going to go confident. I'm going to say 5 Eagles, 5. Coin flip right now. You know what's kind of cool? The Eagles took care of business against the Redskins, but that was such a weird win. I don't know if we learned that much, if they're back, if they're not back. They're out there against Mark Sanchez off the bench. They took care of business and executed, and Sproles and Tate were good and exciting, but I don't think we had that proverbial they smacked around a division rival. This game to me is a straight-up coin flip. I think Philly could win. I think Dallas could win it. We need to get closer to the end of the week before I know for sure. Right now, heads or tails.
By Friday, will you have a decision on this?
But how can you look? What about the fact that at the link was when this 4-game win streak started for the Cowboys? At the link over the Eagles. That doesn't change your 5 to.
Lots happened since then.
Okay.
There was an awesome win.
For the Eagles.
I do. I think the Eagles, I think the line's playing better. I think Michael Bennett's playing better. I think there's a lot of things a month ago that when they were just dead, I think they're off the mat.
I like it. Moving on here, guys. Patriots and Dolphins in Miami. A slip-up by New England could see them fall out of the top 2 in the AFC East. How confident are you in Brady and Belichick? Always something weird goes down in South Beach when they play there.
I'm going to go with an 8, and I would go a 10, but the reason I don't go a 10 because those 2 points that I'm leaving out, it's because it's in Miami. And something weird does always happen in Miami. The only thing is, even though I know Ryan Tannehill, all he does is win games, and it seems like this team is just rallying around their head coach, who people want to put on a hot seat, but the team is heating up for their head coach. But with that said, the Patriots stay hot. This is their time of year. You know, I praise Russell Wilson for being so great in December. Patriots are always great in December. So I don't see the Miami Dolphins doing what they usually do, shocking everybody this time of year and getting a win over the Patriots.
I feel like the Patriots have heard it all week long and hear it every year that they can't beat Miami. In Miami, that that has to motivate them. Usually this might be looked at as a trap game or something where you're saying, so I'm going to say 7. I think the Patriots are well aware of the facts that they have weird losses in Miami in December every single season. I think they acknowledge that. They look it right in the eye and they try to slay it. But the fact I didn't go 10, because weird things happen in December when they play the Patriots in Miami.
I'll give you the numbers. The Patriots have lost the last 4 of 5 games played in Miami.
That's a lot. And one of those was to Jay Cutler last year. But nonetheless, I'm going to go with a 9. I'm going to go with a 9. I think in a lot of those losses, they didn't need it as much as they do this year. The stakes are higher. They're playing for the home game. They're playing for home field throughout. And I also just think Belichick and Brady are, in a way, like these 2 obnoxious rich guys who have accomplished everything in life. And their family's beautiful, and their house is beautiful, and they have a walk-in humidor, everything they want. The only few things left to motivate them in this lifetime are that they always get their butts kicked down in Miami. And you look for things when you're that successful. I think they take care of business. And did I tell you I took a blood oath to never stop believing in the Patriots? 9.
If they do beat the Dolphins in Miami, they clinch the AFC East and they make the playoffs for the 10th straight time, which is an NFL.
Crazy.
Wow.
Colts and Texans in Houston. If Deshaun Watson's squad gets a win and Titans lose to the Jags, they will be the AFC South champs. So how confident are you in Houston on Sunday?
This is tough.
I mean,
what you got, Kyle?
I'm not going to say that this is going to make a lot of sense on the surface, but I'm putting up a 3. Let me tell you why. Last time these 2 teams played, nobody really watched it because the teams were combined 1-4. It was a terrible start for both of them. Andrew Luck went ballistic. It was 460 yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns, no picks. This was the Frank Reich go-for-it on 4th down game, which came back to bite them. I think they were right there, and that T.Y. got knocked out in that game. I know I love the Texans as much as the next guy. I just love the Colts more than anybody, and I have a feeling that even after last week, which was their rock bottom, I still believe in the right comeback power and the Luck talent.
Luck had 4 touchdowns and over 400 yards, and it went to overtime, but the Texans still won that game, and that's when the streak started.
This game is so different, and the implications are higher, of course, since the first time they met. But the reason I'm scared to put a 10 for the Texans is that the Colts got humbled. Like, all of a sudden, they had to taste their own blood, and they're saying, okay, we're not as good as we thought. And maybe Andrew Luck isn't as close in the MVP race as we thought. But that also gives me a little bit more confidence in that Texas defense that might have saw a blueprint where they're looking at the Jags defense and saying, okay, this is how you beat up on the Colts that were flying so high. This is how you slow down Andrew Luck, who was scoring on everybody. So if I got to pick both sides of the ball, I'm picking both sides of the ball for the Texans.
I'm going with 5. I'm kind of with Kyle on this one, and that's a coin flip. And I'm not saying this against the Texans. I think the Texans have gone on a ridiculous run. The Colts need this one. Like, the Colts cannot lose this game. If the Colts lose this game, the season is likely over.
Peter, how does a team that won 9 in a row going against a team that just got shut out last week only a 5? Because I'm with you, but why?
Desperation. Desperation breeds.
So you don't think the Texans are desperate?
I don't. I think the Texans are going to want this game because they've got a nice cushion in that division. And if they lose, they'll probably be the 3 seed in the AFC playoff picture. If they win, they're probably a 3 seed in the AFC playoff.
You know why they're motivated? They are the most disrespected 8-game win streak team in sports history.
I hope this helps.
9 game.
I hope this helps. I think it's a coin flip.
Okay, I disagree with you guys in saying that you don't think that the Texans want it as much as the Colts.
They've never been there before. If they win 10 games straight, it's only the 2nd time they've won 10 games in franchise history. So I think they do want it.
If the Colts
want
lose,
it more,
to me, I look at it as they're looking at man-to-man, say, hey, guys, if we lose, the season's over. That is a
Texans still have a chance if they lose. I hear what you're saying on that.
They're set regardless.
Yeah, I know.
So this is the team that I think they might win, but I don't think it's a slam dunk that they're going to take care of business.
I think it's desperation, like you said, desperation versus disrespect.
I like that.
Who's going to come out on top?
That's it. Hey, NFL, we got some headlines. That's good.
Take it. That one's on me.
Let's talk about the Bears.
Okay.
Bears welcoming the Rams to town Sunday Night Football. They'll be at Soldier Field. It'll probably be cold, and LA is sitting on top of the NFC. How confident are you, gentlemen, that the Rams will hold off Chicago?
Oh.
I showed you guys those splits with Jared Goff on the road. 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. At home, he's 18 with 2.
I'm going with a smooth 9.
Okay.
I am very confident in the Rams. I get it. You know, the circumstances are different, you know, playing outdoors, playing on the road, playing in Chicago. But I don't know what I'm going to get out of the quarterback position for the Chicago Bears. I know what I'm going to get out of Jared Goff. I know what I'm going to get out of Sean McVay in that offense. I know exactly what I'm going to get out of Todd Gurley. But you guys are talking about the Bears as if there's going to be some switch that they're flipping on. As much as I love Mitchell Trubisky, if he's out there, it's not a guarantee that he's going to go out there and light up the skies. And if I'm taking passing game for passing game, there's no question I'm leaning on the Rams right now. The only reason that I give one to the Bears is that they got Khalil Mack, who's an absolute game changer.
I'm going 10. I think this is my lock of the week. I think the Rams take care of business. They clinch the division, and everyone says, all right, well, now they got to go to cold weather, and it's a different situation. To me, they have bigger goals than just winning the division. They've got to hold serve with the Saints. This is everything to them.
Yeah.
Their last 3 games, the Rams, are all very winnable contests. This is the last huge challenge for them, and I think they're going to come motivated. I also think, as great as Vic Fangio has been, and as great as all these other defensive coordinators have been, I think Sean McVay rises to the occasion when these games are on national television and always has something up his sleeve. I think the Rams take care of business and beat the Bears.
Can you give me It's Cold?
It's cold. The
They
Rams are
can't
going to
handle
go. We
it.
only beat the Giants by 1,000 outdoors last year. I can't believe we have to play in the cold in Chicago. We only won a bunch of games on the road last year in freezing cold
Jared Goff's
weather.
from California. Gurley's from the South.
Oh
Come on, it's going to be cold.
Andrew Whitworth has never played in a cold game. He only played in Cincinnati for a trillion
And
years.
thank you. My question to you, Kyle. Number five offense going up against the number 5 defense. Who gets the best of who?
Peter's got a 10.
Yeah. Really?
2.
Talk about it. Let's
2.
go. We got some juice.
I think Sunday is going to be the national Matt Nagy coming out party.
Oh,
In his
wow.
first year, Sean McVay had that incredible win against Seattle where they beat the brakes off the Seahawks. So this McVay can coach. I think this is Nagy Day. I think the loss to the Giants and Sidney Trubisky was going to be an investment in this win. And, Peter did this incredible glowing story about Andrew Whitworth. He better hope Mac doesn't retire him this Sunday before he gets to the playoffs. That old man's going to have his hands
You're
full.
right.
I think the Bears are going to win a very close game and are going to be for real.
I love it.
Did you say he's going to retire him?
Better get a hand on him, dude. Have you seen the way he throws those guys around? I love Whitworth as much as the next guy. Boom! Sorry.
Nice guy. Sorry.
And I love the Bears as much as the next girl, but the truth is he does shine in primetime games. I'm talking about McVay. They're 4-0.
Nagy's no slouch.
4-0 over the past 2 years, and they do, despite Goff's numbers.